Is God sending a message to the people of Israel? Rumors are circulating that the unspoken name of God, which observant Jews refrain from saying, has appeared on the eastern wall of the Temple Mount. The towering sealed golden gate of Jerusalem is not just a physical landmark, it is steeped in ancient mystery, blending faith, history, and prophecy. Since the 16th century, the eastern gate of Jerusalem has remained closed in fulfillment of Ezekiel's prophecy, and it is said to stay shut until the prophesied second coming of the Messianic Prince. According to Jewish tradition, the Messiah will enter Jerusalem through this gate. Now, with the gate standing open, it has sparked imagination and hope. Does this signify the Messiah's arrival? Are ancient prophecies about to be fulfilled, heralding a new era of redemption? Could its opening be a sign of a spiritual awakening in our time? Join us as we explore the significance of the Golden Gate, which was sealed until Jesus' coming and has now opened. This gate holds a promise. Jerusalem, an ancient city, is rich with historical stories and holds immense importance to many people. The Eastern Gate is located on the eastern wall of the old city of Jerusalem, leading to the Temple Mount and facing the Mount of Olives. This gate was destroyed by the Romans during the destruction of the temple in 70 AD. It is revered as a holy site by the world's three major religions. Each year, pilgrims from all three faiths visit the old city to see this wall and its magnificent eastern gate, the beautiful Gate of Mercy, a symbol of prophecy and hope. The Gate of Mercy, located on the eastern side of the Temple Mount, is one of the two ancient gates that provided entry into the old city of Jerusalem from the east. Since medieval times, it has been consistently walled up, fulfilling the prophecy in Ezekiel, where the Lord reveals that the eastern gate will remain closed until the second coming of Jesus. The city of Jerusalem is encircled by a wall with 8 major gates. Moving counterclockwise from the northernmost gate, these are Herod's Gate, the Damascus Gate, the New Gate, the Jaffa Gate, the Zion Gate, the Dung Gate, the Eastern Gate, and the Lion's Gate. The Eastern Gate, also known as the Gate of Mercy, faces the Mount of Olives across the Kidron Valley and is unique because it is completely sealed. Constructed in the 6th or 7th century AD, it is the oldest gate in the Old City and offers the most direct access to the Temple Mount. If one could pass through the arches of the Eastern Gate, they would be very close to where the Jewish temple once stood. When Jesus entered Jerusalem from the Mount of Olives, as described in Matthew 21, he used a gate located where the current Eastern or Golden Gate stands. According to Jewish tradition, the Messiah will enter through this gate riding on a white donkey. Since the temple's destruction, Jews have come to the wall to pray for the temple's rebuilding and the reopening of the Eastern Gate. Inside the dome of the rock shrine, just to the left of the gate on the Temple Mount, lies the rock believed to be where Abraham came to sacrifice his son Isaac. This site adds to the gate's significance, stirring anticipation and hope among millions awaiting its unveiling. The Gate of Mercy, nestled in the heart of Jerusalem, serves not only as a physical barrier, but also as a symbol laden with profound messages. For ages it has stood closed, prompting soul-searching inquiries into the annals of history and faith. Tradition holds that only one recognized by Christians as Jesus may pass through its threshold, evoking sentiments of goodwill and divine intervention. Unraveling the mysteries of the Eastern Gate. To understand the mysteries surrounding this closed portal, we must delve into its historical context. The Eastern Gate of Jerusalem, also known as the Golden Gate, holds deep significance in the city's defense and spiritual life. What led to its closure, and by whose decree? This takes us back to the 16th century during the reign of Sultan Suleiman, the Magnificent of the Ottoman Empire, who chose to seal the gate. His action went beyond mere fortification. It resonated with the beliefs and prophecies cherished by Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike. For Christians, the closure of the gate signified the fulfillment of prophecy, validating sacred texts and foreshadowing future events, a belief central to Christian doctrine. This event is not just historical but a bridge between past predictions and present beliefs, connecting the physical realm with the spiritual domain. According to the book of Ezekiel 44:13, the gate is ordained by the Lord to remain shut, reserved solely for the passage of the Prince. For Christians, this Prince is Jesus Christ, embodying the culmination of salvation's narrative. Therefore, the sealed Eastern Gate holds paramount importance in Christian theology, highlighting Jesus' role as the mediator between humanity and the divine. In Christian belief, Jesus fulfills ancient prophecies and spiritual truths foretold through the ages. Ezekiel's words give the closed gate profound significance in the narrative of Jesus' life, symbolizing the exclusive path to salvation, a truth echoed in the Bible and the New Testament. Thus, the gate's closure transcends temporal history, serving as a potent symbol of Christian faith and affirming Jesus' unique role as the conduit to divine grace. This symbolism is especially resonant in the anticipation of Jesus' return, seen by many as the fulfillment of God's redemptive plan and the establishment of his eternal kingdom. The ancient mysteries of the Golden Gate. Throughout history, the Eastern Gate, also known as the Golden Gate, has witnessed pivotal events, its significance echoing through the ages. More than just a physical structure, it embodies the covenant between humanity and the divine, representing God's promise and the fervent hopes of believers. Standing before the majestic sealed Golden Gate, shrouded in mystery and prophecy, one might wonder, what lies beyond this gate? What truth does it hold? Are we ready for what will happen when it opens? Jerusalem's old city is surrounded by a formidable wall with 8 principal gates. Facing the Mount of Olives, the Eastern Gate holds particular significance because it remains closed. Dating back to around 520 AD, it is known as the Golden Gate in Christian tradition and Sha'ar HaRachamim, the Gate of Mercy in Hebrew. This gate is notable for providing a direct path to where the Jewish temple once stood. The 2 doors of this dual gate have distinct names. The southern door is called Bab al-Rahmah, the Gate of Mercy, and the northern door is Bab al-Tawbah, the Gate of Repentance. It is also known by another Arabic name, the Gate of Eternal Life. In the Mishnah, the eastern gate of the Second Temple compound is referred to as the Shushan Gate. If the Golden Gate is indeed located where the Shushan Gate once stood, it would be the oldest gate within Jerusalem's old city walls. Although Jewish and Christian traditions attribute its construction to King Solomon, there is no archaeological or historical evidence supporting this. The modern Hebrew name for the Golden Gate is Sha'ar HaRachamim. Historically, Jews gathered near this gate seeking closeness to the holiest site. However, in 1541, Ottoman Sultan Suleiman ordered its closure. The Golden Gate, with its sealed entrance, continues to inspire awe and curiosity. It stands as a symbol of faith, mystery, and prophecy, linking the past with the future and the physical with the spiritual. The Golden Gate, a historical and spiritual landmark. The Golden Gate, located on the northern section of the eastern wall of the Temple Mount, presents a sealed double entrance leading to 2 vaulted halls. It is believed to be built on the remains of an earlier gate. The wall's construction spans various periods, beginning with Hezekiah's reign and continuing through Zerubbabel's era, the Hasmonean rule, and notably the Herodian period. Scholars speculate that the current Golden Gate was constructed during the 7th–8th century AD under the Umayyad Caliphate, though its exact chronology is still debated. Ancient references such as Josephus's Antiquities of the Jews and the Mishnah provide insights into earlier gate structures and their functions. The debate over the gate's construction period includes conflicting theories ranging from the Byzantine to the Umayyad period. Dutch scholar Leon Rittmeyer suggests that older gateposts within the structure might date back to the First Temple period. Historical accounts detail the gate's role during the Second Temple era and its adaptations during the Ottoman period, including its use as a watchtower. During the Ottoman period, a small mosque was initially built near the Golden Gate to accommodate brick burners. In the 19th century, the Sultan ordered the mosque's destruction and part of the gate's wall to allow for renovations, adding 2 new arches and a new wall to the gate's western interior. These modifications, including arches and alterations to the gatehouse's interior, reflect Jerusalem's evolving architectural landscape. Remnants of ancient architecture beneath the surface hint at a lower original ground level, underscoring the city's rich historical layers. The Golden Gate, situated within the Muslim cemetery on the Temple Mount, holds diverse interpretations across Jewish, Christian, and Muslim traditions. In Jewish tradition, it is believed that the divine presence, or Shekinah, once passed through this gate, and the Messiah is expected to enter through it. Christian tradition similarly upholds the gate's significance, often associating it with Jesus' entrance to Jerusalem and viewing its closure as a fulfillment of biblical prophecy. Conversely, Islamic tradition attributes the gate's sealing to Ottoman Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, purportedly to prevent the Jewish Messiah's arrival. The current wall was indeed constructed in 1541 AD under Suleiman, a significant figure in the Ottoman Empire. Understanding the Golden Gate's historical trajectory is crucial to appreciating its symbolic and spiritual resonance across different faiths. The significance of the Golden Gate in religious tradition. The importance of the Golden Gate is highlighted in religious texts like the Book of Ezekiel, which emphasizes its prophetic relevance. Its status as a symbol of divine intervention and the anticipated arrival of the Messiah is deeply rooted in religious consciousness. Enshrined in prophecy and veiled in mystery, this gate testifies to Jerusalem's enduring spiritual heritage and the unfulfilled promise that resonates through the ages. The convergence of historical narratives, architectural elements, and theological interpretations underscores the multifaceted legacy of the Golden Gate, illuminating its timeless role in the religious imagination of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Symbolism in Christianity, the fulfillment of prophecy. For Christians, the closed gate symbolizes the fulfillment of prophecy. According to Ezekiel 44:1-3, the gate will remain shut until the arrival of the Messiah. Christians believe this prophecy was fulfilled when Jesus Christ entered Jerusalem, marking the gate as a significant element in Christian eschatology. Historical accounts and beliefs, biblical references. According to the Bible, Jesus entered Jerusalem from the Mount of Olives through the Eastern Gate. This event is commemorated by Christians on Palm Sunday, Messianic expectation. The gate's closure is often associated with the expectation of the Messiah's return. Christians view Jesus as the fulfillment of this prophecy, with his expected second coming closely tied to the opening of the Eastern Gate. The Golden Gate's blend of historical significance, architectural marvel, and theological importance cements its role as a profound symbol in religious tradition. Interpretations across faiths. Jewish perspective. In Judaism, the Eastern Gate holds messianic significance, symbolizing the future arrival of the Messiah who will enter Jerusalem through this gate. Muslim perspective. Islamic tradition holds that the gate was sealed by Suleiman the Magnificent to prevent the entry of a false Messiah. In Islamic eschatology, the Golden Gate is associated with resurrection and the end times. Contemporary relevance. Today, the Eastern Gate remains a potent symbol of faith, hope, and prophecy for millions. Its continued closure serves as a reminder of the anticipated Messianic era and the enduring spiritual heritage of Jerusalem. The gate's historical and prophetic significance continues to inspire religious devotion and reflection across different faith traditions. The Eastern Gate of Jerusalem, rich in history and prophecy, stands as a powerful testament to the enduring spiritual and theological significance of Jerusalem in the Abrahamic faiths. Its symbolic meaning continues to resonate deeply with believers, serving as a focal point for messianic expectations and divine promise.